Hello, 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 people. Can you hear me, everyone? Can you guys hear me? Oh, wow. Good to see all the questions back here again. Today, we are going to be speaking about fruits. What notification did I just get? Yes, that we are now live. Yes. Hi, Hemant. Good to see you guys here. Lovely, lovely, lovely to see all of these questions as well. I'm going to wait for a little while for people to join in and then start. Okay? Yeah. What's happening with my hair? Yes, Hemant, you can start shooting your questions till then. What do you want to know about fruits? Sagar here has already asked me, whether inferiority, negligible or substantial between fruits today and fruits of 100 years ago. Is there a difference in the quality? Now, there is a difference in the quality. We now have more hardy fruit, which is there's a lot of genetically modified fruit also that we get. Whether it is really good for us or not, whether it is something which we nutritionally are seeing anything different in it. There have been a lot of studies that were done, and in that they found that whether a fruit is organic or not, or even if whether it is genetically modified or not, the nutrition, say nutritional quality does not change. So fruit का जो nutrition है वो उतना ही रहता है. In fact, there are some variants of certain fruits like papaya, which actually now have a little more nutrition in terms of the beta carotene as compared to the others. So not a big difference in what we are seeing nutritionally. And about eating in season, so after moving to the other hemisphere as an adult, which hemisphere season should they follow? So you need to be following the season or what is available locally where you are. तो मतलब एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, जैसे कुछ लोग ना फ्रोजन चीजें खाते हैं, जैसे अभी हमें इंडिया में यहाँ पर फ्रोजन ब्लूबेरीज मिलती है जो हम बहुत बाद में खाते होते हैं देन व्हाट द एक्चुअल blueberry season is in other say global geographies. But what happens is the impact of eating during season or something is not that big in terms of the nutrition, but it is definitely big in terms of the taste. So if you see, if you're eating fruit off season, yeah, carrots for example, if you're eating carrots during the season, winter season, red carrots जो बोलते हैं वो आप खा रहे हो, and later if you try to get carrots of the same sort, then you will find that they don't taste as sweet as the ones which we get in winter. So that is the difference. Taste wise, फर्क रहता है. Plus availability also becomes different. So that is something that you need to be careful about. And फ्रूट्स का जैसे अगर आप इन सीजन खा रहे हैं या सीजन से बहुत ही पहले के मैंगोज के साथ ऐसा होता है that people just want to start eating mangoes as soon as they appear in the market, then they're also that much more expensive. So whether you want to make that say choice or not is up to you. Nutritionally नहीं कुछ ज्यादा फर्क पड़ता. uh, is a dried fig nutritionally same as one fresh fig? No. So whenever you are drying a fruit, so dried fruit की जब बात आती है, it is more concentrated. The water in the fruit is now dehydrated. It's evaporated off because now it's a dried fruit. So dried fruit is nutritionally more dense than a fresh fruit. But is it necessarily healthier than a fresh fruit? Not. Not. It need not be so. So the difference always remains between the water and to some extent the water soluble vitamins. So you will find that the dried fruit at times could be a little lower. I'm saying could be a little lower in the water soluble vitamins, which is the B complexes and the vitamin C, because when you are dehydrating say a fruit, then the quantum of those water soluble vitamins is going to reduce. Okay, so that is the bit with the dried fruit. But again, you need to also remember is while the rest of the nutrients are concentrating, the sugars in the fruit also concentrates, which is why you will find that weight by weight, if you compare a fresh fruit with a dried fruit, then dried fruit is going to be much more calorie dense than a fresh fruit. Okay. Um, Blended fruit versus eating the exact same fruit solid. Now, There's a lot of research happening on this in the food matrix. Okay, this is called the concept of food matrix, where people are seeing that how your body treats, say, for example, whole almonds versus almond butter is different. So it's not just about calories, it's also about what your body needs to do to it. So, from whatever little research right now has happened and whatever information we have about the food matrix, I would say that it's always best when it comes to fruits that even if you're blending the whole thing and you're having it intact, it's always best to have it closest to how it naturally occurs in in nature. But having said that, agar jaise for example you're blending a little one banana with a smoothie or something, or with a protein just to add on some carbs to your protein smoothie and to add in the taste factor, then it's a choice that you're making and it's okay. Whether it is good or not, whether there's nothing like whether it's good or bad, but it's a choice whether it is then fulfilling the role of giving you a protein along with the fruit. That is the say fallout that we have, and that is what you need to be thinking about. तो ऐसा कुछ बहुत बड़ा कुछ बदलता है ऐसी बात नहीं है, but you do need to be careful, that that mindful of what you are eating, and try and eat it as close to nature as possible. But speaking of fruit juices, those are definitely not recommended, even if it's cold press, even if you are making it at home, because your body does, react differently to the fruit that you are, say, fruit juice format. Okay, so that's something that you need to be careful about. Let's see what's the next question that we have out here. So these are all the questions. Hemant is asking, just having Greek yogurt, blueberries, and whey protein as I hear this podcast. Lovely. That's a very, very nice and healthy choice. So good stuff. Good with you. Good for you. I heard guava is a high protein fruit. Is that true? No. How and how will guava have high protein? It doesn't. It is a high pectin fruit. It has more pectin. So it also has more inulin, which is fiber content of guava is much more. Okay, so that is what you need to be keeping in mind. Um, so we have question on sugarcane. Is sugarcane juice or sugarcane raw as bad as sugar? We get sugarcane juice in Canada, but I stopped drinking it, thinking it's the same as sugar. Yeah, absolutely. So sugarcane juice. So in India, we have a lot of people who keep on telling everyone to drink sugarcane juice. It's the most natural detox and something that is, say benefiting your liver and everything. It's all utter nonsense. There's no such thing. First of all, understand this, please. Sugarcane is a grass. It is not a fruit. Okay, so when you are drinking sugarcane juice, you are not drinking fruit juice. You are not drinking cold pressed fruit juice at all. You are just drinking an extract from the grass, which is a cash crop called sugar cane. कुछ भी उसमें से आपको fruit का benefit नहीं मिलता होता है. You want to have sugar cane juice once in a while is perfectly fine, but don't start drinking like glasses of sugar cane juice every day thinking that it is giving you some sort of liver detox. No such thing happens. Okay, so in fact, sugar cane juice is known, like if it's not been made in places where it is like all clean and everything, it's known to actually cause you food poisoning. So I personally am extremely scared of drinking sugarcane juice anywhere, because we see each year in the summers a number of food poisoning cases that drinking sugarcane juice gives. Okay, so I don't recommend it to anyone. Having said that, if you are someone who wants to have it once in a while, it's okay. If you're someone who has diabetes, then you should definitely be avoiding sugarcane juice at any cost, because it's just like eating 5 to 7 teaspoons of sugar. ऐसे मुट्ठी भर चीनी खाता है क्या कोई डायबिटीज है, तो फिर वैसा ही कर रहे हो आप वो शुगर केन जूस पीकर, तो स्टॉप डूइंग दैट, सो दैट्स नॉट recommended at all. um, Dipali is asking, how many days can we keep a cut watermelon in the fridge? Now, with watermelon, be very, very careful. Is a season for watermelon. The moment you cut it, don't keep it for more than 24 hours in the fridge, because more than that, then it's not that stable in the fridge. and there are lot many cases of food poisoning or diarrhea that happens because of incorrectly stored watermelon. Now, in summers, the another thing that happens is everyone's fridges are like super packed with stuff, and most people forget to change the temperature of the fridge to make it colder, because now it's hot outside, your fridge needs to be colder, and then you keep watermelon open in your fridge, or for more 2 to 3 days. That's very, very highly likely to give you diarrhea. So please don't make this mistake. And cut fruit always needs to be kept covered. Either put a cling film on it. There should not be any contact with air, even if it is the air from the refrigerator. So don't make this mistake. Okay. What's the exact difference between dried fruits and nuts? So dried fruits is fruits that have been dehydrated. Nuts are nuts like almonds and peanuts and pistachios, which are your oil nuts, fat sources. So that's the biggest difference between them. One is a fruit and the other is a nut. Completely different things. Okay. Um, does consumption of fruits like mandarin, banana, custard apple, etc. cause weight gain? No. There is absolutely no fruit on this earth which leads you to gain weight. Fruits are incapable of getting you to gain weight. Okay. So please remember this and stop vilifying fruits thinking that they are going to get you to, gain weight. But the format that you are having it, which form you are having that fruit in is important. So if you are having that fruit as a fruit juice, then it could, give you too many calories and increase your calorie intake. But if it's a regular fruit, it's also coming with good fiber, so that's going to help you to, in fact, remain more full for some time, okay, and help you to feel satiated. So go ahead and eat your fruits. No one on the face of this earth ever gained weight or became fat from eating too many bananas. दिन का 12 बनाना खाओगे फिर भी आपका वजन नहीं बढ़ने वाला है, अगर rest of your calories are lower than what you actually should be eating. Okay. So Hemant is saying that typically I try to combine fruit with a protein source like whey and carb source like oats. Yeah, that's fine. So overnight oats with a whey protein and some fruit are a perfect option. Okay, so no challenges there. Let me see if there are any other questions which have already been posted by Sagar earlier. There were like a lot of questions here. Okay. How does body differentiate between eating orange versus drinking juice from the same orange mixed with sufficient isabgol or psyllium husk? Your body, the body specifically doesn't, but the gut microbiome differentiates between this, because the moment you change the form, so your gut microbiome is very, very sensitive to what kind of oligosaccharides or FODMAPs are coming in, and you have different gut bacteria working on different forms of the resistant starch or different forms of the prebiotics that you are seeing. So the gut bacteria knows, and that is what is going to be digesting those say the fiber that you are eating. So that's the difference then. Is a new process of freeze dried fruit nutritionally safe as dried besides cost? Freeze dried fruit is better than sun dried fruit, simply because you are retaining a little more of the water soluble vitamins in the fruit. Is fermenting fruit at home practical? I wouldn't recommend doing that, because the chances of there being incorrect kind of microbiome and you getting food poisoning is just too high. Sagar is trying to sneak in a coffee question here. I'm not, because coffee is a fruit, but I'm not going to answer that here. We will answer it when we do coffee. All right. Sorry, I've just got something in my throat. All right. Should pre-diabetic person avoid eating mangoes in coming days? Of course not. Everyone should be eating mangoes. Everyone can eat mangoes. Even if you have diabetes, you can eat mangoes, but or maybe a mango, a small mango. But how you are eating it, what you are eating with it, is what is important. So if you have diabetes, or if say you're taking some units of insulin, or you're on diabetes medication, and you want to eat mango, then what you should be doing is having it right after a meal or with a meal, so that you have the buffer and the sugars don't increase immediately. Okay. So, like Hemant is doing, having the fruit with a high protein yogurt and some oats, if at all, or adding in a way isolate to the say the yogurt or to the overnight oats is also a perfectly fine option. All right. Okay, cool. Dry fruits like cranberry and blueberry are good options. They are a good options if you're sourcing them right. So, especially across the world, the moment you say dried cranberry or dried blueberry, you tend to get fruit which is all sprayed with, say, sugar syrup or emulsified version of oil and sugar to make it shiny and to make it taste good. So, make sure that the dried fruit that you are buying is not, say sprayed with any of this. And again, like I explained at the beginning, if you're joined this now, just watch the live, like once it will be shared on YouTube again. Because right at the beginning, I have explained the difference between dried fruit and fresh fruit. Okay, so remember to watch that again so that your question is answered. All right. Thank you so much. All of you were here today, and I'll see you all next Monday. And do come with all of your questions and share this video with all of your friends and family who have questions about about fruits or who think that eating fruits will make them fat. See you. Bye.